Hi dear students, welcome you all for today's statistics class. In the previous video, already we have discussed about fourth chapter, diagrammatic and graphical presentation of data. In this video, we are going to know about the new chapter, unit 5, that is analysis of univariate data. First, we should know about the concept of univariate data. Univariate data means the data with regard to a single variable. The data with regard to a single variable is called univariate data. The information is related to the unique variable or single variable is called univariate data. Okay, student. Generally, the frequency distribution are characterized by the following measures. We have a different types of measuring the frequency distribution. Let us know about what are the measures are there. First one is measures of central tendency. It is also known as averages. Measures of central tendency and averages both are same. Next, measures of dispersion. Measures of dispersion, it is also known as variations. It is also known as a variation. Dispersion means variations. Next, measures of skewness. It is also known as asymmetric. Next, last one, measures of kurtosis. It is also known as a peakedness. So, frequency distribution generally characterized by the four measures. So, what are the measures? Averages, variations, asymmetric and peakedness. So, these are the measures. In the unit, we shall study the detail about the four measures. These four measures is very important. That is the point of view. We are studying the detail about the one by one. First, we should know about the measures of central tendency. Measures of central tendency. First, we should know about the definition. Measures of central tendency, it is also known as averages. It is also known as averages. Central tendency means it is the property of concentration of the values around the central value. Around the central value in the data. So, the data is given in a problem. So many data they are given one by one, but we are giving importance for, we are giving concentration for central value. We are giving the importance for a central value. The center of the value is called as an central tendency. So, let us know about the average meaning. So, both are little bit of same. Central tendency and averages little bit of same. Averages means it is a single value that representing the entire mass of the data. Entire mass of the data. For example, in your 10th examination, you got out of 600, you got 510 marks. Out of 600, you got 510 marks. So, individual marks is different. So, if you make a average, that is your percentage. Average means here percentage. 510 means that is total marks you are secured. So, when we are converted the total marks into a percentage, so 510 divided by 600 into 100. So, we will get 85%. We will get 85%. That 85 is a single value. That 85 is a single value. That percentage is called as an averages. Your total marks is 510, but 85%. How much you have scored means automatically students we can say the response in the form of percentages. I got 85%, you will tell. So, that 85% is called as an averages. The 85% is called as an averages, that is single value. When we have to give a response in the form of single values, that is the meaning of averages. Okay students, I think all are understood the averages. So averages means it is same like your percentages. So all the marks we have to add. So we have to dividing the total marks into 100. So we will get a averages. That averages, that percentage is called as an averages. Okay students, let us know about what are the objectives of averages. What are the objectives of averages? So to get a single value to representing the characteristics of a entire mass data. So averages is useful to representing the single values, because of we have a huge data. When we have a huge data we can't represent. That is the intention. We can calculating the averages. For example, take your example of your 10th marks. So you can't say all the individual marks, Kannada, English, Hindi, social, you can't say all the marks. That is the intention. You will say, what you will say students when you are asking the marks, I got 85%, I got 90%, I got 95%. You can say individual values. That individual values, it's very easy to understand, and very easy to represent. That is the objective of averages, to get a single value to represent the characteristics of a entire mass data. And next objective is to facilitate comparison. So when we are whole data or mass data, we are convertible into a single value. That single value very easy to comparison. Percentage we can easy to comparison between the students or other college students. So we can easy to comparison. Percentage we can easy to comparison. So 85 and 87, which is the highest, we can easy to comparison. 87 is highest. So percentage or single values, it is very useful to comparison. Okay students, these are the main objectives of a averaging. Next we should know about what are the essential of good averages. If you make a good averages, what are the main points, what are the key points you should be make to good averages? Let us know about what are the essentials. First one, it should be easy to understand and simple to calculate. So when we are making a overall mass data to a single value, that is very easy to understand and very simple to calculate. Okay, that is the main essential for good averages. Next, it should be based on all the observation. It is based on all the observation. All the observation means all the mass data, all the information we have to take into consideration, and we have to make averages. Next, it should be well defined by a mathematical formula. When we have to do any type of averages, we have to use or we have to apply the mathematical formulas. Next, it should not be affected by abnormal extreme values. It not be affected by abnormal extreme values, means it's a unknown values. It's not affected for a unknown values. It is affected for known values. Next, it should be capable of further algebraic treatments. It is very useful for further algebraic treatments. Next, it should be possess sampling stability. So averages is useful for sampling also. So if you have to do any sampling theoretical techniques or any hypothesis or any research, so averages are useful for sampling, average theoretical techniques, and also it is useful for research. Okay. Next, it should be easily calculated for an open-end distribution. It is useful for open-end distribution. These are the information you can study in detail in your problems. This theory information you can study in a problematic. In the next videos we will going to know about the depth study about these topics. Okay students, next we should know about the types of averages. We have a different types to calculating the averages. To calculating the averages, we have a different types. Let us know about the what are the types are there to calculating the averages. First, the following are the different types of averages. First one is arithmetic mean, second one is median, third one is mode, and fourth one is geometric mean, and fifth one is harmonic mean. Arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean are mathematical averages. These are the mathematical averages. It's very important for your 1 mark, 2 mark questions. What are the mathematical averages? Arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean are mathematical averages. Median and mode are positional averages. This is very important for your 1 marks. You will ask what are the mathematical averages. You should write arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean are mathematical averages. Sometimes they will ask what are the positional averages. Median, mode are the positional averages. Okay students, these are the very important concepts. In the next video we are going to know about detailed about the arithmetic mean, and we can solve the problems also. Okay, in the next video we are going to solve the arithmetic mean. Okay, just in this video I will give a meaning of arithmetic mean. In next video we are going to know about the how to solve a arithmetic mean. First we should know about the meaning. Arithmetic mean, the most popular and widely used measure for representation of data by one value, is what layman call average and statistician call arithmetic mean. So generally layman, common man, what we can say arithmetic means, we can call it as a averages. That is single value, representing the single value is called as an averages. So general common man or layman, we can call it as an average. But as per the statistician, we can call arithmetic mean. Arithmetic means averages. Arithmetic mean means average. So we have a two types of arithmetic means. First one is simple arithmetic mean, and second one is weighted arithmetic mean. Okay students, in the next video we are going to know about the detail about the arithmetic mean. Okay dear students, once again I will repeat what are the topics we are covered today. Measures of frequency distribution. We have it 4 types: measure of central tendency, measure of dispersion, measure of skewness, measure of kurtosis. Next we should know about the meaning or definition of the central tendency, and we already studied about the averages and essential of a good averages, objectives of a averaging, and types of averages. These are the topics we are covered. In the next video we are going to know about what are the types of arithmetic mean is there, how to calculating the arithmetic mean. Okay students, thank you to one and all.